How good is good enough? You know, as artists, we're always striving for perfection, but I don't know, maybe we shouldn't be striving for perfection, because really no human being is perfect. If I sat here in front of you and my facial features were actually perfect, my eyes were perfectly exactly the same, both of them the same size as each other, and every feature was symmetrical, I would look like a freak to you, because no human being has an absolutely symmetrical, perfect face or body. No human being. Human beings are imperfect. And human beings, just by our nature, are imperfect. So I don't know why we strive to create art that is perfect, because art is an expression of who we are. So as a screenwriter, I know I'm always trying to make the perfect screenplay before I turn it in. And right now I'm working on rewrites off of some notes from a development executive at a major studio, and I'm trying to make it perfect before I turn it back in, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't try to make it so perfect. Maybe I shouldn't be worried about that. I should just do it the best I can and make it so that I'm happy with it and be happy with that. The same thing I know is true when we're acting. We want to deliver a perfect performance, but maybe a perfect performance is not ideal. Maybe a performance that shows us the humanity of the character and the flaws of the character is actually more interesting and therefore better for the piece. I think that trying to make perfect art is a lost cause, and perhaps we're striving for the wrong thing. I think we should just try to do the best that we can do, but as human beings, we can't create perfect art. My friend Bonnie Gillespie talks about launching at 85% and then trying to gauge how that works and continue to improve as you go along. And I think maybe that's not a bad idea, to launch at 85% and then see how it goes and see how people respond to what you've got going on. And then as you see things, you can make corrections, course correct as you go, you might say. But art by its very nature is not perhaps designed to be perfect. It's designed to be made by human beings who are not perfect. I don't know that there's any piece of art that's actually perfect. I think there are beautiful pieces of artwork and beautiful films and incredible films, but I imagine that if you spoke to the artist or the filmmaker, they could point out the flaws. They could say, yes, but I could do this better, or I could have done that better, or see this right here, and they would point to some little tiny thing that you and I would never notice, and they would say, but that piece isn't perfect. And therefore, our observation of it and our thinking of it that it's perfect as the audience would belie the artist themselves' opinion of the work. So I think you just try to do the best you can, and then put it out there and let the audience tell you whether you've done a good job or whether they like it or they don't like it. And then you go on to the next piece of work that you do, and you just keep trying to improve your work as you go along. At least that's what it's hard as an artist. It's hard to not continue to tinker with and keep trying to make it perfect before you put it out there. You want to make it perfect. And that's a tendency that I fight within myself with everything that I do as an artist. And I have to, at a certain point, say, that's it. You're done, Kathy? You're done. This is done. Now let it go and move on to the next one. You've learned the lessons that you're going to learn from this piece. Move on to the next one. That's just what I was thinking about today, and I thought I'd share that.